Hello, everybody. This is Ronnie from Seattle on a Thursday night. I feel like I've been on vacation. I haven't been on for a week, probably. I had my big NLP practitioners workshop a few weekends ago, and it was pretty awesome. And I was pooped afterwards. So um, awesome breakthroughs happened. Awesome breakthroughs happened. It's being able to do what you really love to do and impact people's lives is something I I've always loved. Being a teacher, I used to do that when I was in the classroom. Not necessarily. I don't know that I necessarily felt as warm and fuzzy about it when I was a principal or a school district administrator. It's a little harder to feel like you're making an impact when you take on those positions. And maybe it was my mindset. I'm not sure. But here's what I want to talk to you tonight about. First, I want to talk to you about my text community. You guys, it is so awesome. You want to join it. Trust me. Here's what I'll bring you. I will bring you affirmations. I will bring you just good quotes that I really like that seem really good for that particular moment. Sometimes I bring jokes. Sometimes I just check in. When you text that number, you're texting me. Okay, so it's just my text community, but I will send things out depending on what it is to the group. So join me. It's really fun. It's a lot of value, and the group is really growing and a lot of fun. And I love hearing back from people. That you can get some free coaching on there. Oh my gosh. How would it be if you texted and got me and I did a little coaching with you on there? It would be pretty awesome, I think. So text that number. It's 206-309-6580. And it's going to go across the bottom there because I forget how to make it stop now. So I want to talk to you today about something that I'm struggling with. And it's not a bad struggle. It's the damn label. Why do we label? Why do we have to have a label for everything? We have a label for everything. We have a label for ADHD. I'm not saying these things aren't real. I'm not. But the ADHD, we have a label for, all these different things that school kids get labeled with. And pretty soon we have all these things that we're labeling adults with. Somebody says I have a narcissistic husband, or I just got out of a relationship with a narcissist. So we've now labeled that person a narcissist. Not saying that they aren't. I'm not. Don't hear me say that. But do hear me say there's a new buzzword out there, a buzz label. It's not really a word. It's two words. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's new. Excuse me. It's been going around for a little bit, but I hear it so often with my coaching clients, with people who talk to me about what they've got going on. I have imposter syndrome. I can't do that because I have imposter syndrome. Okay, you have imposter syndrome. We all have it. I hate to tell you, but we all have it. We all have it. Imposter syndrome is simply a label we put on something I would call low self-confidence, limiting beliefs, things that have impacted our lives that cause us to believe we can't do something. All the label does is, I feel, this is me, Ronnie Rumsey speaking, I feel that label gives us permission to not do anything because I have a label, unless we really want to overcome it. And I see lots of people who, I can't do that. I've got imposter syndrome. I'm going to step back. I'm not going to do that because I have imposter syndrome. Okay. If that's who you want to be imposter syndrome, you can have that beingness of being an imposter syndrome. What exactly is imposter syndrome? When I'm working with clients, it's kind of like they've lost their self-confidence for whatever reason. The confidence we had when we were 3, 4, 5, that we could do anything, that confidence. They've lost that. They've adopted some limiting beliefs that don't serve them. So typically things you might be having an imposter syndrome moment, which if you look at any of my social media today, I have an infographic there that talks about imposter syndrome and some of the things you might be having an imposter syndrome moment if you are thinking, I just got lucky. Or if you think, if they really knew what I didn't know, they would have never hired me. That's mine. So there's lots of different things. If they just knew I didn't know this, or if they knew that I didn't deserve this, I wouldn't get it. Or I'm not going to be able to do that because I have this limiting belief. So let's talk about limiting beliefs, because that's where it all comes from. It comes from limiting beliefs that we have. So limiting belief, usually, most of them begin, oh gosh, between 8 and 12, when we're in between 8 and 12. And it's caused when we decide, it's a decision, we have a limiting decision that then becomes a belief because we decided that and then we live our life as if. So a limiting decision could stem from an experience that happened. It could stem from something somebody said to you. It could come from a look. Okay, you guys all know moms have looks. I don't remember my dad having a dad look, but I remember my mom having a mom look. I know I have a mom look. I also have a teacher look. And I also have a principal look. So at any point in time, I've got this look that I can just whip out. Well, if my mom might have used that mom look on me at some point, I might have taken it to mean I was not good enough for something. Not saying I did, but I might have made that decision that I'm not good. She gave me that look, thus I'm not good enough. And the more I decided I wasn't good enough, that decision then turned into a belief. So we kind of went through that the stages of becoming a habit, and then it becomes a belief. So, yep, got imposter syndrome, limiting beliefs, confidence is shot. Yeah, we've got all that. We all have that. It's what we do with it that's most important. Those limiting beliefs hold us back. They help us to play small. They help us to, help is not the right word. They keep us from doing the things in life that we really want to do. How many of you have things in your life where you go, man, I really want to be doing, I really wish I could do that, but I can't because somebody told me when I was 12 that I would never be able to do anything athletic because I had short legs and I was short. I was a tiny person. Well, you can adopt that and then never be able to do that athletic thing. Let me tell you what. I'm not sure anybody ever told me that about my size, but for those of you who don't know, I'm only 5 foot tall. My legs aren't very long. My body's not very long. I'm not tall. And I happen to be right at the moment a little roundish. But when I was 59, I started going to Orange Theory. If you've never been to Orange Theory, it's a butt kicking workout. It's something that will kick your butt no matter what age you are. I was 59. I think I was the oldest one there for a while. But I wanted to work out. I wanted to be athletic. I wanted to be strong. But if I had kept that belief in my head that I couldn't do it because I was short or I was old or I was round, I would still be short, older, and probably rounder. So what am I trying to say? One of the things that I do is I work with women to get outside of themselves, to play bigger in life. Many women stop living for their purpose when their kids leave, because that was their purpose in life, was to have kids, take care of kids, make sure my kids didn't suffer. Make sure, they got to all their practices, make sure I was at all their practices, make sure that as a parent, I was at all their, I'm not saying I was because I wasn't, but a lot of moms, especially, I've got to be at all their practices. I've got to be at all their games. I've got to be at all their performances. I've got to be at all of that, and never do anything for themselves. And that all of those old beliefs that we've developed come back and we forget. And then when you get to a point where you're going, what am I supposed to do? All of those limiting beliefs come back up. Then you work on those limiting beliefs, you take a step, and those imposter syndrome thoughts, the confidence thoughts come back up. So when I work with you, we work to make sure that you know when they're going to pop up, you know why they'll pop up, you know you'll have strategies to deal with them. It has been so awesome to watch people break out of the box that they've put themselves in, this little bitty box. Okay, I'm a mom. This is for me, so this might not fit you, but you've got a box. Maybe your box might be bigger than mine was. I'm a mom. I'm a school administrator. I'm a divorced woman, not once but twice. I can't drink anymore. I can, but it wouldn't turn out very nice. So I've got this little box that keeps me stuck until I decide I don't want to be in this box anymore. I know I've got something that can impact somebody's life. Maybe it's your life. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Maybe it's your life. Maybe you're a school administrator and you're going, well, after a year and a half, almost 2 years of COVID, masks, lockdown, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a school administrator. What am I going to do when I retire? Let me tell you, school administrators, if you don't have a plan for after you retire, you need to start thinking about it, because it sounds really nice to just go sit on the beach and drink Mai Tais, but there's so much more life left. There's so much more life left, and you have an impact. There's somebody out there who needs to hear your story. That's what I work with women for. I work with women to help them figure out what their path is, what their next steps are, how to get rid of those limiting beliefs. And if you've got the label imposter syndrome and you want to take it off your name placard, we'll take it off your door, because you don't need it anymore. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pay attention, because I'm getting ready to launch in another month. I'm going to be launching another course. I want you to pay attention, because I want you in it. You need to be in it. You need to be figuring out your next steps. You need to be figuring out where your purpose is. You need to figure out how to break through all those things that are keeping you stuck. And you want to join me, because it's fun. We had a lot of fun. But first, I want you to text me that number. Just text the word "hey" to 206-309-6580. I will text you back. Me personally, I will text you back. I'll answer your questions. If you need some coaching, we'll do that. Here's what I can tell you. Everybody needs coaching. I'm going to tell you this. I have 2 coaches right now. 2. Not because, well, this could be the case, because I have a lot of stuff to deal with that I still need to take care of. But that's not really the case. The case is, personally, I've got some stuff I want to take care of that have been holding me back, that is stuff that's been there for a long time, and I'm breaking. As you deal with your stuff, then there's another layer, and then something comes up, and you've got stuff again, and you've got another layer. So I'm peeling back some layers there. I'm also working with a coach around productivity in my business, making sure I'm doing my next steps, the things I want to do so I reach my goals. I can do that with you. Coaches need coaches. School administrators need coaches. Teachers need coaches. Women need coaches. Let me tell you, best investment I ever made was hiring a coach 4 years ago. Best investment. Might have been longer than 4. Yeah, it probably was. It was probably like 5 or 6. Best investment I ever made. Let me be that person for you, okay? Even if it's just texting, even if you're just texting back and forth, let me be that person. I love doing that. It fills my cup. It fills my soul. It fills my heart to be able to help you. So let's do that. And if you want to take imposter syndrome off of your door plaque, isn't that called a placard, I think? Off your nameplate, outside your door, in your office or whatever, we can do that. We can do that. And it won't take us very long. So text me 206-309-6580 and we'll get you all taken care of. In the meantime, if you're seeing this on Facebook, if you could share this with somebody, that would be great, because somebody else is needing to hear this right now too. Okay? So have a good night. We'll talk to you later.